Alrighty folks, we are back. It's the next day. It is disgustingly hot down here in the shop once again, so I'm not going to be moving all that quickly, but I'm going to be pulling the rest of the interior out of the Challenger here, mainly the carpets and some of those moldings on the back seat if I can. Primarily want to get a hold and see what is under that carpeting because we did discover some rust. So I want to see how bad that is and see if we are just ordering a partial floor pan or a complete front floor pan. So let's just go ahead, cue some music, make that time lapse work. Alrighty, well, we are in the driver's side here, and you know, it looks solid, but how solid is it? Let's see. Yeah. We'll get it cleaned out, but it feels pretty solid. It sounds pretty solid, so I guess that's promising. Definitely some remnants of critters up here throughout the years. What's going on back here? Yeah, I'll have to get this off. And that, but so far it looks pretty promising in the back seats. Run around here to the passenger side, and here is where our problem is. Right here. But it does not look like it gets up into the toe kick, the toe panel. So that's promising. That's a lot less work. So I guess the question is, do we want to do just the passenger side? Or do we want to do passenger and driver? I think the full pan is $400 and the half pan is $220. It is a savings of almost $200 when it's all said and done. So is that something we can use that money for elsewhere in the project? Because I'm sure we'll need it. So talk to Darren, see what he wants to do. Oh, I just got a nice cool breeze. So yeah, I'll talk to Darren, see what he wants to do. And I'm going to work on pulling out the carpeting on the back seats here. So I've got to get the seatbelts off for the front seats, and then the trim panels in the back, and then that hopefully that rear carpet should come out. 13/16. All right, I'm gonna go find a little bit of air conditioning for a few minutes and a different socket to get those seatbelts off. Then we'll be able to get the rest of that carpeting off the inside, and that's going to fully reveal what's left to do or what else we might need for floorboard repair. Hey folks, new day. Guess what? We're outside, and that means we're, well, A, moving stuff around in the shop to make more room for stuff. B, we got the Challenger outside under its own power. No more Bobcat, no more pushing it around. Yep, it runs. We knew that, but needed to get it out, move it around so I could rearrange the shop a little bit. And yeah, out in the light, it still looks like it needs work. Anyways, we did go ahead and get the interior stripped out. Got all the seats out, and here's my temporary seat. But the only thing we've got left to do for right now is to get the headliner out. But I wanted to go ahead and get this thing out in the open, take a look at it, get the crud cleaned out and vacuumed out from underneath, and just kind of see where we're at. And I'm thinking everything in here seems pretty solid. There's no more rusty bits over on this side beyond some surface nasties that we can certainly deal with. But if you go around here on the passenger side, look at that, trunk's nearly empty. Got to clean that out. The passenger side here, that is where we do have our rust. So I'm thinking we're going to look at the passenger side floor pan for sure. So that kind of covers, looks like this whole area right up in here. Actually, I think it just comes up to here. I'll have to look and see what it was, but we don't need the back here. Actually, maybe we do. That looks a little, nope, that's just a hole. Someone poked it. So we can clean this off, clean up that hole, put some more seam seal on there and be good to go, and then see where we want to cut out here. I don't know that it needs a full pan replacement. We'll let Darren make that call. Another little hole over here from, I don't know, somebody shooting at it from the bottom. Who knows? Anyways, back seats, where they go, those look solid. The rest of the frame back here looks pretty solid, or the body rather. The only other real concern I have inside here is under here, this panel has been fixed before. It's full of Bondo. So someone's already gone through it at least once and tried to fix some mistakes, or not mistakes, but rust. I just used Bondo versus doing it the right way. So we're gonna look at options there. I think that that deck panel is about $400. So we'll see, it's kind of adding up on the interior here. We did certainly expect there would be things along the way that would come up. Floor pans are one of them. Was not really expecting this back here, but let's see if I can look under in the trunk. So if you look under here, maybe it's tough to see, but you can see rusty, see light through. There's been Bondo run through here before. We're gonna leave that deck plate decision to Darren, see what he wants to do at the end of the day. I want him to be happy with this, and if he wants to spend the money to put the new parts in there, glad to do it. I just want to make sure, because at the end of the day, his project, his checkbook, and his satisfaction. So this is almost where we want to be for putting in these plates, or the bars for bracing to cut off the roof. And have to find the best places to attach those, probably across here, and protect the dash for right now, just so we don't get that ickied up, although this is fine. This has already been recovered once, and while we do have a second dash core to send in, those I think are about $700 to have replaced or rebuilt. So we will see what he wants to do. All right, inside here we've got the pickup back in its home from last year. Bob is gonna go over here. I've got to kind of dig these attachments out of here since the camper is in the way. It should go back another 10 feet, but due to the pickup not being able to get the angle coming through the door and a horse trailer, I'm actually building an attachment for the Bobcat that I can hook on to the fifth wheel plate with, or the fifth wheel pin, and get that into the right spot. So we do have room for more stuff over there. I'd like to have the pickup living over there for the winter. Bobcat can still stay here, just as long as we can get in there and get hay for the horsies and whatnot, and not have to shuffle everything around every day. So that's that. Otherwise, this is kind of be our new workspace for the Challenger. Hoping it also allows us to put up some lighting around this corner here and get a little better light on the situation. I'm gonna go dig around and see what the Amazons can deliver, and looking just for probably some 4-foot LED T12 equivalent fixtures. So if I can set up 3 or 4 of those along that corner, that'll hopefully be an excellent addition for better lighting in here. We do have the one big overhead still, which works kind of, unless you're in a vehicle or underneath it. So we'll give that a whirl. For now, we're gonna go ahead and get the Challenger back inside here and finish taking off that headliner and call it a wrap. Alrighty, we are back, and let's take a look at getting this headliner out of the Challenger. Got a few trim pieces along the border on our roof line here, on our A-pillars, and then there's some trim along the back window here to take out. So very similar to what we had in the Chevy, and then we'll see what needs to do to take this down. I know Darren said he wanted to save it, but we've got a hole here from, yeah, we've got a mouse hole here. I'm gonna see if he wants to save this because there's some poke holes here. Kind of a big greasy nasty spot. I don't know, we'll pull it out, try and be careful with it, but I think at this point, see, we've got holes here from mouse critters, meaning we've had critters living in it, and that's no bueno. But we'll go ahead here and just try and get it out, and I guess go from there. Alrighty, well, we've got all the trim off the inside. I just showed you the one side because who needs to see both sides? They're all the same. And I started pulling down the headliner, and kind of what I was suspecting might be the case. Well, let's take a look. Can already kind of see where this is going, huh? Got a little clip here. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that and saw there is no point even trying to save this headliner. So as you can see, that is just gonzo. There's no point even trying to save it. So we're gonna go ahead and just yank it on out of there. And so I'm gonna quick grab my mask and keep tearing down the rest of this thing, grab the good old shop vac and snorky everything up and see where we are. All right, gang, well, we've got the inside cleaned out, and take a quick look in here. Oh yeah, I got most of the nasties out of here. You know, I could do a little more, but some of the floor pans coming out anyways, so I guess I'm not too concerned. Biggest thing I saw was a lot of the seam seal was starting to flake off, so we'll redo that in a number of places. You see that again, the roof and a lot of these holes here in the side there were piles of mouse nest, so we removed those, and now my shop stinks like mouse pee. Ugh. Flashbacks to the Chevy right over there. Yeah. Anyways, we have got the inside stripped out, except for the dash. We have a pile of parts waiting on the back shelf here to go in, and doors to fix. I just need more time. Yeah, that's the hottest commodity here so far is time. However, picking apart this car, I did find a couple interesting things. It's really gonna help me out. Got a whopping 55 cents, look at that. Yeah, payday. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here because I'm hot, I smell like mouse crap, and I'm hot. So, until the next video, again, go ahead, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. We're over on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, all sorts of good places. We got merch over on Teespring, go check that out. We've actually got a themed shirt for the Challenger Challenge. And this sucker is a challenge. Just lots of work. Anyways, till the next video, keep doing what makes you happy, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.